Hi there everyone, it is currently the 11th of February 2012, and yes, I'm back here after about a week being gone. I've been off towards the north here, up in Hokkaido actually, for the past week, looking at the ice festival up there, and actually we look at towards the end of this update. I have a little slideshow I put together really quick of some of the photos I took while up there, some really awesome sculptures. But as far as the weather going on here in Japan today, we're actually still seeing a lot of snowfall going on still, especially along the western portions of Honshu, and also along western portions of Hokkaido here. Still have that ocean effect snow machine kicking up a lot about here, so really producing a thick base out there. Actually some record-breaking snow occurring right now here along northwestern Honshu, with a base of about 9 meters of snowfall in some certain areas there along the Japanese Alps. So it could be a dangerous situation out here. Definitely a high chance of avalanches. That blowing snow also will kick up here and make driving hazardous conditions as well. But the big story here for today is definitely this area of low pressure moving across the Philippines. And actually, if we pull up this imagery here from the TRIM satellite, it does show upwards of about 30 millimeters in some of these certain locations here, and they're indicated in darker colors. And those areas are really where you have the highest potential of flooding right now. And if we pull back to the satellite imagery here, you do have all this cloud cover, these brighter whites indicating that heavier convection. And if we zoom in and over the Philippines, you do see that much of eastern Visayas and basically much of northern Mindanao really getting affected by this rainfall. And we've been watching this rainfall, this overall cluster of activity, for nearly a week now, so hopefully people shouldn't be too caught off guard by this large area of precipitation, at least if you've been following our updates all week. But now, though, there is that big moisture band being fed here from the Philippine Sea, and that's where a lot of that moisture is coming from. But good news, at least down here towards the south, you don't have that wraparound circulation, so it still is a cluster of unorganized activity. Right now, you're looking at the afternoon, the evening hours, so that combined with the afternoon heating over the archipelago here, definitely making the risk for this heaviest rainfall across the entire region. So right now, though, it looks like Samar here, southern portions of Luzon, that's where the highest risk of that flooding is going to be taking place. You also, accompanied with that, you have that chance for mudslides out here, so definitely has a chance to be fairly dangerous out here. But this is the ASCAT imagery showing the winds out just east of Visayas here and portions of eastern Luzon, and you are seeing most of that wind coming in from the northeast towards the southwest. What I really want to demonstrate with this is that there is no significant circulation out here. It's really just that easterly wind coming onshore, so that's just pumping a lot of moisture. But don't really fret right now on any risk of an organized system developing out of this. Really out of season. Wind shear is a little bit moderate in the region, but it is still risking the chance for some heavy rainfall. But let's pull back and look at the surface analysis from the Thailand Meteorological Department, and you actually, as you can see on here, that area of low pressure there just east of the Philippines is the only significant feature being noted besides the Siberian high that continues to origin. Actually, this is a bubble of the Siberian high. Siberian high is a little bit farther off towards the north. They're dominating much of Asia. Actually, that's about 1,060 HPA. Right now, there's a little bump here, 1,030. Still a fairly intense area of high pressure, though. And actually, that's actually what's producing a lot of that snow shower over Japan. But regardless, that's pushing towards the south, producing some cracking out here across much of southeastern China. And that's producing some fog and some light drizzle out in that region right now currently. But outside of that, though, that high pressure is dominating, producing northeast monsoon, and that really is carrying across much of the South China Sea over towards Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, with that low pressure system right here just east of the Philippines being the only significant cyclone. But let's look at the initialization here. You have the high pressure dominating the cyclone over the Philippines, or really when it's called a cyclone. Cyclone is just a general terminology for a low pressure area, but that is continuing to push off here across the Philippines today. So we go out towards the weekend and into next week, though, Sunday and the Monday, it looks like it's going to continue to linger across the area. Might have another shot of convection here actually moving onshore by midweek. So really, the early part of this week and into the mid part of next week, Philippines, you're not going to get much of a break. At least out to the latter part of the week, you might see a little dissipation of this overall area, but it looks like it's going to be a continuous rainfall at least for the next several days. The other thing I want to mention here by the mid part of next week, and actually about Tuesday and the Wednesday, is look at this area of low pressure developing up here along the stationary boundary over much of eastern China. That's going to blow up here, bring some more rainfall here here across much of southern Japan, and even some snowfall possible by Tuesday night into Wednesday up there off towards the north. But that is all for right now, everybody. Please continue to watch this update. I'll show you some of those photos from off north here, but that is all for right now. Please stay safe out there and continue to watch our video and the channel, or excuse me, the website at westernpacificweather.com for more updates on all the weather going out here and across Australia. So thanks again, everybody, and have a great day. Bye.